Holy shit! Rickard Road is paved now! Hello, friends! Alright, we'll see how this works. As you know, well, you might not know, I dropped my GoPro 9 into a river. So I'm moved down to the Osmo Pocket here. We'll see how this works out. Historically, these videos have been terrible. So, today is Friday. I'm heading east into the desert. Going to meet up with Charles from ADV with Roscoe. He's having a get-together out there. I got my dirt bike on the back. I got my food in here. I brought some cobbler. So here's the thing with the cobbler is that Charles said, hey, we should have a potluck on Saturday. I'm like, that sounds great. We should totally do that. And I'm like, I'm going to test my Jackery and see how long it can run my crock pot. Because I need 4 hours to make my sweet apple chili, which is very good. It's award-winning. But it turns out the crock pot will go for 2 hours, and that's all I can get out of it. Maybe a little bit more, but essentially 2 hours. So I talked to Charles, and Charles was like, well, that's okay. It's a taco bar anyway now. And I have no idea what to bring to a taco bar. So I had already picked apples, right, for the sweet apple chili. There's a place I know down south of Cottage Grove, which has a bunch of apple trees. And they're heritage apple trees. They're from like an old farm that isn't there anymore. I think it's abandoned or something. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of these apples, and I was gonna make. I'm like, well, you know what? I'll figure out how to make a cobbler. Cobblers are good. And I found a recipe, and I'm like, okay, this one can be frozen. That'll work great. I'll freeze it, and then it'll warm up, and maybe I'll get Charles to put it on the scuttle just to get it a little piping hot there, and we'll be good to go. Well, my wife says, I don't want you cooking in the kitchen. Every time this happens, it's a complete disaster. You're going to want to peel 50 apple. I will make the cobbler. You go pick up the daughters. So I did that. So that was a win for me. So anyway, right now it is 3:30. I expect to get to the spot at 6:30. So I got a 3-hour drive. Although not with the speeds these guys are going. Oh, hello, friends. Did I already say hello, friends? I'll patch it to the beginning if I didn't. Hello, friends! Hello, friends. Friends? Hello.
Oh hey, now it's time for another montage of driving across the state. Here's the shot of getting on I-5 that I always seem to use. And here's the Lowell Covered Bridge shot that I always seem to use as well. Look, here's a bunch of cars. Wait a minute! Look, that's Donald from Soft Road in the West. He's coming back from the Overland West Expo, I think. I'll link him below. I like his channel and we're from the same town. I don't know what it is about truckers on Highway 58, but they seem to have a lot of hate in their hearts. These guys block anyone from getting around them in Oak Ridge by having a race. This is not out of character. Little time! You know what that means. Honking in tunnels gives me joy. I especially like it when others start doing it too. Here we are in Lapine. It's where Ashton Eaton is from, kinda. They claim he's from there, at least. I always stop at this gas station. I'm not sure why. It's not a particularly good gas station. It is fairly convenient to the highway, though. So this is Rickard Road. It skirts the southeast side of Bend and allows you to get out to the 20 without having to deal with Bend traffic. As recently as a few months ago, it was a big, wide dirt road. But now it's a big, wide, luxuriously paved road. And here we are, making the turn off of pavement and onto gravel.
Yes, sir.
Charles, I'm lost. Well, here I am, out in the desert. I don't really know where I am. Neither does any of my GPS devices. I'll keep heading that direction. I've got my ditch lights and my regular lights on, so if you see that.
Okay, and I got my ready light on the grid shining out there.
Okay, that should make it easier. Okay, I'll keep going. I got a pretty good feel for it.
Okay, yeah. It's an adventure.
Exactly.
I should have taken that right. It is a lot darker out here than the camera is showing. So this clump of trees is where I'm heading to, but I don't really know that yet. Also, I didn't air down. I was not expecting the road to be quite this difficult. Not that it is difficult, but I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for this level of creeping. Charles!
Yeah, buddy.
I saw your light, so I'm heading that way. I think I'm on the right way.
I saw you coming across. I flipped the light, and it looks like you must be down in the dip now.
Yep, I'm down in the dip now, correct. There you can see Charles's headlights and his ready light off in the distance. I'm about a half mile to a mile away at this point. So if I'd come in the right way, I would have entered from the left there through that cattle gate instead of going this way. What happened was that I was following Google for GPS, which is never a good idea out in Eastern Oregon. But what was worse is that it tried to take me across a rocket launch location which was closed to the public. Amateur rocket launchers, but rocket launches nonetheless. I mean, they can get like 20 feet long. Those are little birds flying in front of me in the scrub there, which is kind of weird. I hadn't seen that before. And I made it into camp only about an hour later than expected. I think I went the exact worst possible way I could have gone. It's about 10 o'clock right now. Got to the road, the dirt road. What the hell was it called? Moffat. It's the wrong one. I took that and drove until it told me, hey, go on this private road, with all sorts of signs saying that I would be persecuted if I went on this private road. So I decided not to go on the private road. Thankfully, there's great reception all over here, so I was able to call Charles, and he got me generally in the right direction. Anyway, I got here, it was dark, but light enough that I was able to set my tent up and got everything rigged around. Went and sat next to the fire with some of the people there. Took a bunch of pictures of the night sky. You can see the Milky Way really nice, but starting to get cold now. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit. It's a cool location. It's kind of a roundabout way to get here. I think there's a more direct route. I ended up going down some steep hills over just 2 tracks, so that was interesting. But I came in so late I really didn't get a good look at the campsite that we're in right now. I'd say there's about maybe a dozen vehicles here. But tomorrow we're going to be doing some dirt biking. Anyway, it's not for tonight. Here are some of the night sight motion shots I got. They only last a few seconds, but I think they are pretty cool. Good morning. Oh, taking a walk here. Just on the road, nothing fancy. I don't need to tear myself to the same question. Anyway, it's like 7 something. Sun's coming up. A lot more cars showed up. Well, not a lot more, but a significant number of cars showed up tonight. I mean, I think I'm kind of away from it now, but oops, that's pointing the wrong direction. There. I mean, there's more than a dozen cars, so that's pretty cool. It is about, it said 35 on my phone. Inside my tent, it was something like 40. But there's a good frost all over everything this morning, so I got below freezing, right? Doesn't have to do that? I don't know. I'm not a climatologist. I don't know. I'm looking forward to just
putting around out on these roads out here because they're all over the place. I mean, here's one right here. Where does it go? I don't know. Hey, goes that way to those trees, goes that way into that, and then it goes, am I pointing right? It goes that way to there. I'm kind of interested in getting to the top of that hill. That would be fun.
So once I got back from my walk, I set up my poop tent and put the swing chairs in the front hitch. All the guys on dirt bikes took off for a long ride, but I was concerned about my range. The furthest I've taken my bike is about 20 miles, so I'm not sure how far I can really go.
I have exciting news. So I got the solar panel for like $90 off Amazon. And then I got this plug adapter for like $10, $20, something like that. And you don't need anything between it. You just plug it right into the jackery. And look at that, 63 watts. That's pretty good. It's keeping it topped off. It's doing more input than output, which I'm actually really surprised by. I didn't think it was going to be pulling that much. I mean, off of a plug, it only goes up to 78. So yeah, this thing works good. I probably shouldn't walk in front of it, but yeah, I'm very happy with that. This should go in my jackery video, I guess.
Flying over Brent from Frontier Overland here. He's leading a group of people down to Derrick Cave. Had I known how cool a spot that was, I probably would have packed up and gone with them. I will for sure be heading down there next time. And with that, it was time to land the drone and have my own adventure for the day.
Well, I have made it to the top of this mountain, hill, I don't know.
You see how this way long ago used to just be a big damn lake. I think that's Pine Mountain. So right there, that's the one we drove up, me and DJ. This is the back side of it. We drove up on right there and up around the back. These places are all relatively far from each other, especially driving. But they all look real close. I am here, I need to get over there. Hello friends, back from my dirt biking trip. Ooh, I'm hanging on the I'm hanging out in front of my truck in my chairs, which is nice because I can swing back and forth, which is fun. Whee! It's about noon 30. Anyway, I'm just gonna sit here. You know, the problem with having an internet connection when you're camping is you just keep posting to Instagram, and I think I'm gonna take a nap in my hammocks. Well, not really hammocks, but these chair things. They go at the top. There's a bar up there. But I got two of them, so I got my feet up on that side. So I got a plan. But I was thinking, I got some bags of Soylent. I've got electricity through the solar panel that will charge my Jackery, that will charge my phone and all my other various things. I could stay out here a long time. Alright, this is pretty cool. The solar panel is fully in the shade. Still giving it 3 watts. So off in the distance, ripping across the desert, is a special guest I didn't even know was coming until that exact moment. It's Casey from the Coyote Works channel. He's being followed by Ted and his Black Pearl Voyager there. So I'm going to level with you, my dear viewer. I kind of got distracted from recording video once Casey showed up and everybody started being sociable. I, like everyone now, miss being sociable and talking with great people who share common interests, so all this YouTube stuff went out the window and I just talked with people and ate a bunch of great food all evening. That said, I did get a bunch of great photos. Now, I didn't get photos of all the dogs. I missed snapping a shot of Ted's very sweet poodle and the beautiful Bernese mountain dog Huckleberry. I know I missed at least a few trucks, including the purple 4Runner named Trillium Ambassador. Sorry about that. Also, I'm pretty sure I labeled all the Insta accounts right, but I'm not 100% sure. Sorry if you got mislabeled or just missed. For those of you who want to skip the pictures, go up to 21.5 minutes and you'll be able to continue.
friends. So that was a full day. Where do I start? Just kind of shuffled around until about 11. Talked with everybody. There was 18 rigs when I counted at one point, and I think somebody had left at that point already. So I think I'm saying 20 is the number I would go with. Casey came up. I didn't know that was going to happen. Casey from Coyote Works, so that was cool, and talked to him a lot. He has some very good insight on running a YouTube channel. So it was good to talk to him about those things, and also about everything else that Casey knows about. So we had a real good time. I don't know, it was mostly just a lot of talking with people and learning about other stuff and trading around stickers and patches and shirts and all sorts of craziness. Yeah, this seems like about the perfect size for the overlanding thing. I rode my bike to the top of that mountain. That was fun. I did that solo. Charles wants to go up there with me tomorrow, so we'll probably do that before we roll out. Oh, what else? Got a bunch of night shots, and tonight it was a lot hotter today. I mean, I was standing in the sun, and it was like I am uncomfortably warm, even though there was frost on the ground this morning. And then evening roll around though, and it hasn't cooled off like it did last night. I was around in like a sweatshirt, just fine. I could have kept taking pictures with the night pictures. I'll post them here or something all night. And I started taking with people's rigs in them. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take night shots with your rig in it, and that's going to be cool. So people were pretty stoked about that. I guess from Charles's turned out really cool because there was some satellites or maybe planes, I don't know, going over. And so it does this automatic 2-second thing. Anyway. So yeah, at this point, I'm going to watch Foundation and I'm going to go to sleep. And got a long drive tomorrow I'm looking forward to. I'd rather just stay out here. Might come out next week and go to Albert. I don't know. I'm still debating that. That should be all the footage you need from me right now. That's a lot of yipping coyotes.
Yeah, absolutely. And parts are available. Yeah. Yeah, that's we were looking at.
I'm Riley.
Importing a G-Wagon. G-Wagon, and then do that swap.
As soon as I did it, here we are Sunday morning. Most everyone has rolled out, and I'm having a last ride up the mountain with Charles, who I would once again like to thank for putting this event together. I think everybody had an excellent time, and I think everybody's looking forward to coming again next year. It's a pretty cool ride up here.
Oh, you know what?
Off.
Yeah. That's good plate.
Well, I could run way out westward, could run way up north. It'd be easier in some ways, much simpler going forward. I'll be taking all this with me, carrying what I'm running from. Most often the right answers come from staring down that gun.
Oh, don't go that way.
So I'm gonna stay here, right at home. I keep facing it all alone. I'm gonna stay here, right at home. I walk right through that fire and come out polished stone. Well, you know I ain't been hearing, I ain't been learning right.
Hello, friends. Well, I'm out here in the desert, rolling home. I just hit a whole bunch of stuff at the bottom of my truck. I actually want to look at that real quick. I'm guessing it's just a skid plate. Hopefully. Hopefully it's just a skid plate. I don't see any damage. So, huzzah! That's the mountain I was at the top of this morning. Again, we're gonna roll out this way and cut between this Pine Mountain there. We're gonna go that way. I can see some cars come through right now. And then we'll be done. We'll be back on pavement in theoretically 10-20 minutes. And I didn't air down, so I want to air up, so I'll just head west. I had a great time out here with a whole bunch of people. If I start giving out names, it's going to take a while. But it's time to get back to civilization. I don't know, man. I could stay out here forever. That spot was just fantastic. And everybody was really cool, super nice people, and had a really good time. That was a phenomenal outing. So I guess that's where I wrap it up. I will talk to you on my next adventure. Later.
So I'm gonna stay here right at home, getting love where I can find it, staying right where I belong. Yes, I'm gonna stay here right at home, 'cause my story's just beginning, day ain't far from being one. Yes, I'm gonna stay here right at home, and I know there's no place better to find what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna stay here right at home, 'cause home is what I need, nothing less, nothing more. 'Cause home